I'm Shannon, I'm your local Labor candidate for Lyons, and I'm here today with Romy, who is a local artist who painted this beautiful artwork in the background. So Romy's just going to introduce himself and talk a bit about the art.
Hi, I'm Romy. Local artist, living in Midway. I've been doing this kind of stuff for, seems like forever now. No, I've always been into art, always been I've got that creative kind of gene. My family are all very creative and they've got that eye for it. So I think I just naturally, I was born into it, and it's this kind of stuff, the creatures and all the colour and the creativity sort of definitely kicked off, probably out of college, I reckon. I started doing these very, very rough looking now, but no, back then, I sort of started and, just kept doing it, just kept on, and this is what I tell everyone. People ask me how I started, and I just said I literally just kept doing it. And I think that's a really important thing. If you're really passionate about something and it really motivates you and it like sort of feeds your soul, then I think that's definitely a good thing to keep at. And that's definitely what I've done. So I've just kept doing that, and I'm honestly loving it. And I never know what's around the corner, so that's really exciting. So I just it makes me super happy. So I just couldn't imagine myself doing anything else really. So
That's awesome. And you also do the t-shirts.
Yes, do t-shirts. I've sort of started doing. I did screen printing probably not long out of college as well. So that's definitely a skill that I've sort of learned and perfected. I'm still not fantastic at it, but I do it a lot, so I've got a lot of practice. But the shirts are really good because obviously it's nice to be able to wear your art as well. I think that's a massive thing. The shirts are huge. Stickers, as you know, most people know, I'll literally paint anything I can get my hands on. So walls, clothing, the whole lot. So I love it. Give me anything, I'll paint it. So I love it.
Awesome. And then, so you also work with the disabled, and the youth, and you do some stuff for our local soccer club. How can we get people more involved in this?
I think, I'm, big on youth, and I do work in the disability support sector, and I think that and art have a really nice sort of connection. So I think, that sort of art therapy kind of side of things, I've always been fascinated by that, and I think that's something that I'm still quite new to the industry, but I think, as I get more experience within the industry, I'd love to sort of, intertwine my art and that industry as well. I think it's a massive thing, and I think, I've found with a lot of my clients that art does sort of trigger, that dopamine, like it does, I think, make you happy, and it's I think it's different for everyone, but certainly with clients it's a very engaging kind of thing to do. So I think just certainly with the youth as they're growing up and maturing and getting older, I think that's sort of a nice thing to be able to sort of introduce to them, like art and colour, and as kids everyone's sort of colouring in, and art's always sort of there, but I think it's just I think it needs to be utilised. I think I'm really for that, and I'll always advocate for that. So, but I've honestly, especially the youth in Sorel, I've done a lot of work for my soccer club, South East United, training kits. I did a big shipping container there, and certainly the youth there, they've certainly gotten around it. So I think, community-wise, I think it's really important to just keep pushing that and just seeing what happens. And just staying positive, and I think you're doing the right thing. So
Last one, if any youth or anybody in particular wants to get involved in art, how would you suggest that they do? Like you said, just keep at it.
I think just really keep at it. I think that's been my thing. That's sort of been my method to my madness. I just find what makes you happy and just do it. And especially when it comes to art, just find your niche. If it's painting, if it's doing t-shirts, it's whatever. Just and I'm still learning a lot. I'm still open to trying new things and failing, and which I do a lot of. But no, on a whole, just if you're passionate about it, just keep at it, and wake up every day and just have a good mindset, keep positive, and yeah, just try new things and keep at it. And I think that's been my trick. I really enjoyed doing it the last how many years I've been doing it for, and yeah, I still feel like I've got so much left to give. So yeah, just keep at it. Yeah, pretty much.
No, really good, really good. If you want to follow Romy, I'll put the details in the comments. And yeah, feel free to grab any of his t-shirts, stickers. Yell out if you want something painted or collab.
That's what you did. So,
yeah. So collaborate in any way. Romy's going to do some more in my office, which we're excited for.
Yeah, watch this space.
Yeah. So cool. Watch this space.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks.